just by, simple like we are going to read something. So we need to use our good body or proper body mechanics. So we will prevent what? Preventing our back pain, preventing our back injury, and preventing any back trauma. Okay, so this is the most important thing why we are going to do or to observe our body mechanics. Okay, so in body mechanics, we have this like the principles. So, principles means like the four elements is using our body mechanics with our correct posture, with the bodily alignment, with the base of support. As I said, in everything that we do, we need to practice with the base of support or center of gravity and the lifting technique. How are we going to do it properly, those techniques, with the use of our principles or elements in body mechanics? Okay, so we have those four. So bodily alignment, we have the center of gravity, base of support, lifting techniques, and our posture, correct posture. So aside from that, there are techniques. How do we do it? Or how are we going to do it so to prevent those back injury, back pains, and back trauma? Because if we are not going to follow this body mechanics, just a little bit of how we move without doing it properly, so will damage our back. Okay, just by simply, taking the patient from the bed and then you have to transfer the patient there. How are you going to do it without taking your feet into pivoting? Okay, you cannot. Otherwise, when you take the patient from the bed, transferring to the wheelchair, you see, how can you, without moving your legs, you will break your back. See, the strain from here, you will get the strain. And that will cause you repeatedly, that will create a back injury to you. Most of the healthcare workers like us, so most of us develop this lumbar injury. Okay? So most nurses, I'm saying, because they are the one doing all of this for the patient care. So most of them, because sometimes with the load of work, so we are becoming busy in our activity. Okay, so we forget. We forget that we need to observe our body mechanics. So otherwise, picking the patient, because I'm busy, I need to do it fast. Okay? So if carrying the patient, lifting the patient from here, I just carry because I want to finish my work. Okay? I forget everything. So carrying the patient, and without it, you will break it. So with the proper body mechanics and lifting, so we need to do it together with our pivoting. Okay? We need to pivot. So that this technique brings together with the patient, that we will be doing our proper body mechanics. Okay? So in the proper body mechanics, we have around 11 techniques to do it. Can we stand up and let's do it all together? Okay, there are around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So this 8, we will start when you perform your body mechanics. You start with what I am doing. Starting from what is body mechanics, what are those life elements, what are the principles. This is what I need from you. Okay? So I wanted to know whether you will be doing it as in going to observe when you go out there to work. Okay? So number 1, teaching us how to plan our leave. When planning the leave, you have to, when planning the leave, you need to, a little lift of your knee, up your heel of the feet, a little, and then bend it. Okay? So, planning to lift. Okay? So, plan to lift with a little heel up. Okay? Second, we need to ask for help. So, whenever we require or ask for help, so means both of us, together with this lifting technique. Okay? So, we will take the patient from down with our, keep the patient close to you with the hands, although there is a transfer gate belt, or we will just clasp our hands like this. Okay? Whenever we take our patient asking for help, both of us, we will just be taking the patient up with like this. Okay? But both of you means to say, yours and the other help will be bringing together the equal weight for the patient. Okay, so that you will not getting into any of the back pain. Okay, so number 3 is, so we have here widen your base of support. Means, as I told you, you cannot just stand straight carrying your body if your 2 feet are together. Okay? You cannot. Either you will fall forward or you will fall backward. So the best thing to do in every time that we will be transferring or lifting our patient, transferring, lifting, we need to get our base of support. Base of support is how? Equal, right? So you have the base of support. You cannot just fall or you are not going to be unstable. So you have the center of gravity. Gravity is on the floor. Okay? And you have your base of support. Base of support, either both feet widen or 1 foot forward. Okay? So that it depends upon you on how. Because you need to put your base of support. Okay? What is it? Okay? Next to that, we have our bend the knees. So bend the knees, we perform it when we started, right? So bending the knee with heel up, that is our plan to lift. Okay? Next one is tighten your abdominal muscle. Can you imagine if you are going to lift something with your bended knee and your heel a little up or a little, lifted up. So you can, you try it. You can feel your stomach tighten. This is a good exercise actually. Right? You see, whenever you lift something, your stomach, you can feel your stomach like your muscle is tightened. Okay? So next we have lift with your leg muscle. Whenever we lift, the big muscles here, we have the big muscles in the body, right? Our muscular. So this muscle is being helpful whenever we lift something. You can feel, that's why those people who are going to the gym, they know how to use their muscles. Okay? So different exercises keep their muscles, grow. So means to say, all of this, like for us, if we are going to observe it, so we are feeding also our muscles to grow. Okay? So we have our keeping our lobe close to us. As we said, we need to keep them close. We cannot just leave the patient like this. You will let the patient fall. Okay? Otherwise, you have to keep them close to you and with this class 10. Otherwise, if you are okay with the belt, the transfer gate belt, you can help them like pulling them up with the help of gate belt. And the last one is always, whenever you move, keep your body straight. Okay? This is the body mechanics. And in body mechanics, as we are going to follow these techniques, okay? So we will prevent our body, our back, with strain, okay? Either we will be injured or preventing our back to be injured. Okay? So, you have this on your body mechanics. I am expecting you to do this. Okay? Okay, thank you. Okay. So, positioning our patients in bed. So, there are how many positions do you know patients in bed? How many positioning of patients in bed that you know? How many?
7.
Huh?
7 position. 7 position.
7? Okay, what are those? Where is your ID? What are those?
We have supine position, Fowler's position, Trendelenburg's position,
What is that?
Trendelenburg's position,
Okay.
Sims position, orthopic position,
I don't know you.
orthopic
You are the
position,
one reading and you cannot read it.
lithotomy position, and reverse Trendelenburg's position.
So how many did you say?
7.
Only 7? How many positions of patients in bed you know?
Ten.
Huh?
9 position.
How many? Okay. So there are 11 positions of patient in bed. Means to say, our nurses or we as the nursing assistants always position our patients accordingly. Okay? What I mean by accordingly, in each position, why we are doing it, there is a purpose. Why you do it? Why you position in supine? Because the patient requires it. We need it because the patient has something to do with this position. Or the procedure of the patient depends on the position that we will do. Okay? So there are 11 patients positioning in bed. So you should know why we are going to position them. There are purposes. Why? Okay? So each one has one. There is a reason why. First, supine position. In supine position, patient face up, toes up in the ceiling, hands on the side or on the chest or abdomen. This is the most relaxed and comfortable position of patient in bed. 2, prone position. Prone position, face down, either cheek left or right, hands on the side or over the head. This abdomen flat on the bed, toes down on the ground or down on the bed. So this position is used for patients for brain and spinal surgery. Third, we have the lateral. Lateral means left or right. Lateral, we will place the patient on left lateral. Left lateral is preferred or used for patients who are going to have any rectal procedure, rectal examination, rectal thermometer taking. How is the position? Patient on left, face cheek left, body's back is straight, hands either on the side or the same on the abdomen or the chest. One leg down is straight, other leg up is bended over the knee. Okay? Bended over the knee. So this position is used, as I said, for any rectal procedure, any rectal exam, any rectal thermometer taking. Why do we put this patient on the left lateral? Why not right? It could be left, right? It could be right, right? So why we chose to put them on the left?
Because the small intestine is directly to the throat.
Okay? Because of the position of the small intestine that is directly connected to the rectum. So for all those rectal procedures, it will be easy. So like for example, bowel washout, rectal irrigation, and all of those things, it is easy for the flow of the bowel to come out. Okay? Because of this connection and position of the small intestine. Sims position. Sims position, either left or right. Either left or right. Head, cheek, left or right. Back is slightly dropped. Okay? Slightly dropping. Both legs are bended separately. Okay? So hands same to the side. Hands both on the abdomen or on the chest. Okay? So this is also called recovery position. For those unconscious patients, to prevent their tongue from falling back. Falling back of the tongue, if they are in other position, will kill them because they will be choked. Okay? So that blocks the trachea and they could not breathe anymore. Okay? So this is the most comfortable position for those patients who are unconscious. Okay? So we have our Trendelenburg. Trendelenburg position is on inclined position. Inclined position means if the patient is on an automatic bed, you can just press Trendelenburg or shock position. Automatically, the bed will be pulled up like this. This is 45 degrees, legs up. Okay? So, if there is no bed like this one, this is not automatic. So, you can place your patient back flat on the bed, head down, legs up, 45 degrees. Okay? So, this is used, this is also called shock position. So, patient put in a shock position to fill the head or the brain with oxygen and blood. Okay? Those patients with shock or in shock position, they have two medical terms. Hypoxia, that is low supply of oxygen to the brain, to the tissue, and hypovolemia means decreased supply of blood to the brain. So we do this to fill the brain with oxygen and blood. Okay? Trendelenburg shock position. Reverse Trendelenburg is 45 degrees, head up. Okay? Inclined position, head up. So legs down. So this position is used for brain and the same, abdominal surgery. Okay? So another one is lithotomy position. Lithotomy position is placed in a special bed wherein the buttocks of the patient is placed at the edge of the bed. A special bed, buttocks of the patient is placed at the edge. Okay? So, buttocks, edge of the bed, both legs are separately hung or hanging in a stirrups. Okay? You should remember that. So, on hanging both separately on a stirrups. So, this is used, number one, for mothers, pregnant women who are delivering babies, for those rectal and vaginal exam. Okay? So this is for any gynecological procedure. Means for those, anybody, for those women. Okay? To check on the disease of the gyne or the OB. Okay? So lithotomy. Next, we have knee chest position. Knee chest position is placed, patient chest, either placed on the pillow, okay, both hands overhead, or patient chest down on the ground or on the bed. Okay, same, hands overhead. So the knee, patient is kneeling 90 degrees. 90. So patient doing this position or putting your patient on this position relieves them from monthly period. We call it dysmenorrhea. Okay? Painful monthly period. Dysmenorrhea. Dysmenorrheae. Okay? This position, okay, is used for any rectal and vaginal exam also. What else? Left. Fowler's position. So, Fowler's position, we have started 45 from 45 degrees. 45, 65, 75, 90. 90 is the high Fowler's high sitting position. Okay? This is used for those cardiac cases, patients having heart cases or heart disease. So because mostly these heart cases, they have dyspnea, difficulty in breathing. So they are kept in a high Fowler's 90 degrees to relieve them from dyspnea. We have semi-Fowler's. Semi-Fowler's is 30 degrees. 30 degrees, patient use or position in this, patient is positioned in 30 degrees semifowlers for NGT insertion, NGT feeding. Because easy flow of nutrition or liquids or food because of this 30 degrees semi-fowler. Any more? Erect? Last na ba ako? Erect? Last one? Erect? Refer to me, I said so.
Reverse, trend and
Reverse, I did.
Pin.
Erect, this is the last. Standing and erect position. Patient, you ask the patient to stand. You never ask the patient to stand if you think in your assessment, patient could not stand. Because if patient falls, it will be yours. Okay? 2 doctors are asking the patient to stand erect. Stand or erect position. Patient stand flat on the floor, hands either on side or hands forward outside. They will be standing, and 2 doctors ask them to stand erect. One is orthopedic doctor. Doctor for the bones. So because doctor wants to see, is there any deformity? Means the bones or any part of this bone is not straight, deformed, not in aligned. Okay? And another doctor is neurologist. Neurologists are the specialized expert doctors to the brain and the spinal cord. So doctor wants to see whether the patient is, especially those with stroke. So they want to see the patient, they could stand, or they could stand like this, or they could stand as in impaired. Okay? Because of the brain and the spinal cord. So they want to see what is the normal spine, what do you call this one? What is the normal shape of our spine? Is it straight?
No.
Hmm? You are now in the level 3, you don't know your spine? Where is your spine?
That's the
Bending.
So what is that spine for? Huh? What is that spine for? Why we are going, why we are going to what? To check on the spine. Huh? The spine, okay, the spine is a normal or neutral S curve. It is S. Okay? So once it is what? Letter C, you will become like this. So that is, there are 3 abnormality of the spine. We said S, right? That's why they said you need to do your proper what? Mechanics. Because proper, the last one is what? Maintain your proper posture. You cannot sit. I forgot to tell you that body mechanics is the way we move, right? The way we sit, the way we sleep, the way we walk, the way we lift, carry, and bend. All of those concerns your body mechanics. Okay? So without your spine, you cannot sit now. See, imagine that. These patients who had a stroke, who had paralyzed, how they are? Can they can sleep? They can walk?
No.
No. They can stand? No.
No.
Because one of those spine is affected. And the most is if you have stroke, either full body, your half body, or your plegia, hemi. Okay? That's why we don't we don't take care much of our spine. Anybody notice why I am like this? I cannot rotate my head, my neck. See? Up to there. You rotate your neck. You can, right? But I don't. Okay? So because I have my C3, C4, our spine and the brain, that continues, right? Your spine, we have the cervical bone. From the neck up to here, we have 7 bones. Okay? We have at least 37, 36. Okay? So starting from here, that connects to your brain. Okay? So one of those 7, I have 3 and 4. So it is hand. So I don't know. So they told me it just happened like during that day, like my experience is painful, stiff neck. So I feel when I get up like normal, right? Maybe I slept all the night like this. So you are just reasoning, maybe I slept like this. So in 3 days, that pain I cannot describe. So we are in the hospital, as nurses, you feel like you know everything. Or it's not that. I feel like I'm okay. Okay, there is nothing to worry. So 3 days, I was on duty. So the last day, I could not. It was really excruciating. I cannot describe up to now. So it's good, our neurologist, so he told me, orthopedic doctor asked me, you just take this musculadol, like Panadol mixture of codeine and something. That will be okay. I never been okay for 3 days. So this neurologist passed by in our unit. I said, doctor, I have something, blah, 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 blah. And then during that time, MRI was just new. So he told me, come, let's do MRI. So I said, don't do x-ray, don't do CT scan. I need the highest level. So let's do the MRI. And in my MRI during that time, they want to do an emergency surgery for me. I was crying. During that time, they are seeing my MRI. So I said, why? So that time, there was a huge herniation of the 3 and 4. Normally, our spine is like this. Okay? Like that. So in between, we have like a gel, soft gel. And when a slight or like injury of that, I told you, as in lumbar, from the backside, this one will come out. And this bone should be like this now. So there is no protection. That happens to me. This one herniates. It came out. And the only thing is, according to the doctor, it's only injury. Trauma and injury. Where? I don't have anything. So what I could remember during my younger days, so I used to have like this, something like yoga. Okay, I was still young and, thin and something. So what I used to do is my head to the floor like this, with your hand both like this. This one is the base, and your body is high like this.
This what
Imagine
you
that.
used to do.
I used to do
Oh
that
my God.
before I came here. So, that, according to the doctor, the spine, this, yes.
Yeah. The body is
True that because of that
pale.
gravity and that, volume of my body
Yeah.
carrying from here. Because I said I never been. He asked me, did you come or encounter with any of the accident? Or the car collision or something? I said, no, never. Then I remember that. That's the only thing. So it was really, that time it was 2005. So they want to fly me to UK because that was the only spine and trauma center. So it's things that I did not. So only I had like a collar. I stayed with collar, hard collar when I go out. Hard collar that stays, you have to, to keep it open. Okay? So for 1 month.
Oh my God.
In the night, I'm sleeping with a soft. Okay? And I cannot go to the side, to the left, only flat.
Hold on.
Imagine that. We changed my mattress, we changed my pillow. It's, that's why. So since 2005, it's good now because I was not operated. So the last MRI, there is some like callus. It became like heart, it's stone. It is impacted there. It did not completely get out from there. So it was there. So that's why